In the intricate and high-stakes world of international diplomacy, words wield immense power. A single statement can forge alliances, inflame tensions, or reshape perceptions. As Donald Trump returns to power as president-elect, his unique style of leadership, brash, unscripted, and often provocative, has once again captured global attention. Among the most controversial moments in his early interactions with foreign leaders was a remark directed at Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau during a discussion about trade tariffs. Trump's comment, suggesting that Canada could become the 51st state of the United States, was ostensibly a joke but quickly ignited debates about its deeper implications. Was this quip merely a misguided attempt at humor, a diplomatic faux pas, or a calculated assertion of American dominance? Regardless of intent, the moment encapsulates the challenges of Trump's unconventional approach to diplomacy and raises critical questions about its impact on U.S.-Canada relations. This video delves into the context, reactions, and broader ramifications of Trump's remarks, exploring whether this was a simple blunder or a deliberate insult with strategic undertones. Setting the stage, Trump and Trudeau's tense interactions. Donald Trump's presidency has been marked by his unorthodox approach to leadership, characterized by unpredictable statements and actions. His interactions with Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau have consistently reflected this dynamic. During a recent meeting, Trump's 51st state comment came amid ongoing discussions about the proposed 25% tariff on Canadian imports. This tariff, aimed at boosting American manufacturing, has been a point of contention between the two leaders. Trudeau's reaction, a nervous laugh, highlighted the awkwardness of the moment. For Trudeau, this was no laughing matter. The economic implications of such tariffs are significant. His response underscores the delicate balance leaders must strike when faced with provocative statements from a global superpower. Trudeau's subsequent remarks to the Canadian Chamber of Commerce emphasized the gravity of the situation. 25% tariffs on everything going to the United States would be devastating for the Canadian economy. They would also, however, mean real hardship for Americans as well. The economic fallout of tariffs. Canada and the United States share one of the most robust trading relationships in the world, with billions of dollars in goods crossing their shared border daily. A 25% tariff on Canadian imports threatens to disrupt this economic symbiosis, harming both nations. For Canada, such tariffs would significantly impact key industries, including oil, lumber, and agriculture. For the United States, consumers would face higher prices on essential goods, from gasoline to groceries. Trudeau's warnings are not without merit. Canada supplies the majority of the oil imported by the United States. If this resource is subject to tariffs, American gas prices could skyrocket. Such an increase would not only strain household budgets, but also have a cascading effect on the broader economy. As Trudeau pointed out, the repercussions of these tariffs would extend far beyond Canada, affecting millions of Americans who rely on affordable imports for their daily lives. Trump's reaction: mockery or strategy? Rather than engaging with Trudeau's concerns, Trump took to his Truth Social platform to double down on his rhetoric. Referring to Trudeau as the governor of the great state of Canada, Trump dismissed the Prime Minister's title and implied that Canada's sovereignty was secondary to American interests. This provocative framing, reducing a neighboring nation to a hypothetical U.S. state, sparked outrage and disbelief among political commentators and foreign policy experts. Critics argue that Trump's remarks reflect a broader pattern in his leadership, a preference for bombast over substance. By mocking Trudeau, Trump risks alienating one of America's closest allies. More concerningly, such statements may embolden adversaries who view these public spats as evidence of weakened alliances. Historical context: the U.S.-Canada relationship. The United States and Canada have long shared a unique and mutually beneficial relationship. Bound by geographical proximity, cultural similarities, and shared economic interests, the two nations have collaborated on numerous fronts, from trade agreements like NAFTA, now USMCA, to joint military efforts through NATO. However, their relationship has not been without challenges. Trade disputes, such as those surrounding softwood lumber and dairy products, have occasionally strained U.S.-Canada relations. Despite these tensions, both nations have historically approached disagreements with a spirit of collaboration and mutual respect. Trump's approach, marked by inflammatory rhetoric and unilateral decision-making, represents a sharp departure from this tradition. By framing Canada as a potential 51st state, Trump risks undermining decades of goodwill and cooperation. The broader implications for U.S. diplomacy. Trump's 51st state joke is symptomatic of a larger issue in his foreign policy, a focus on short-term gains at the expense of long-term relationships. While such tactics may resonate with segments of the American electorate, they carry significant risks on the global stage. Allies may grow wary of engaging with a leader who appears to value provocation over partnership. Moreover, Trump's remarks highlight the fragility of America's position in the global economy. As Trudeau pointed out, the U.S. relies heavily on imports from Canada and other allies. Disrupting these relationships could have far-reaching consequences, from supply chain disruptions to diminished influence in international forums. Public and political reactions. Reactions to Trump's comments have been polarized. Supporters view his remarks as a humorous assertion of American strength, emblematic of his America First agenda. Critics, however, see them as reckless and undiplomatic, reflecting a lack of respect for international norms. Within Canada, Trudeau's response has been measured. By focusing on the economic risks of tariffs rather than directly confronting Trump's rhetoric, Trudeau has sought to maintain a constructive dialogue. This approach underscores the importance of diplomacy in navigating complex international relationships, even when faced with provocation. The role of the media and public perception. Media coverage of the incident has amplified its impact, shaping public perceptions on both sides of the border. In the United States, partisan outlets have framed the story in contrasting ways, with conservative platforms downplaying its significance and liberal outlets highlighting its potential to harm U.S.-Canada relations. In Canada, the media has largely criticized Trump's remarks, emphasizing the importance of standing firm against perceived disrespect. This divergence in coverage reflects broader trends in how political events are interpreted and discussed. For Trump, controlling the narrative through social media and direct communication with his base remains a key strategy. However, the international audience, including Canada, may interpret these messages differently, further complicating diplomatic efforts. Donald Trump's 51st state joke may have been intended as a moment of levity, but its implications are far from trivial. The remark encapsulates the challenges of navigating diplomacy in an era defined by unpredictability and polarization. For Canada and other U.S. allies, the incident serves as a reminder of the importance of resilience and adaptability in the face of shifting dynamics. As Trump's presidency unfolds, the world will closely watch how his leadership style influences global relationships. Can the United States maintain its position as a global leader while navigating the complexities of an interconnected world? Or will Trump's approach to diplomacy, marked by provocation and unpredictability, ultimately undermine the alliances that have long sustained American power? Only time will tell. But one thing is clear: in the realm of international relations, words matter. For a president whose words carry unparalleled weight, the stakes have never been higher. The 51st state incident is not just a diplomatic misstep. It is a window into the broader challenges of Trump's foreign policy and its impact on America's role in the world.